Hello, flower lovers. I'm Carolyn Ellis. Welcome to Design in Bloom, seasonal flowers for your table and home. I often hear people say, I love flowers. I wish I could arrange them. Design in Bloom is my response. In each episode, I will take you step by step through a flower arrangement, low stress, high success. Thanks for joining me. Let's design some flowers for your table and home. Hello, flower lovers. This is a summer episode. We've all been quarantined for a long time because of COVID-19, but arranging flowers is something we can do to bring the outdoors in. I have here in front of me a classic centerpiece that I made with some leftover sunshine flowers. Yellow sunflowers, red tulips with a beautiful yellow snaggle edge, and calla lilies, which I cut from a calla plant. They're turning a beautiful green on the outside and a burgundy on the inside, so they're bridging foliage and flower right now. They're from a plant that I've had for quite a while, and as the blossoms matured, I thought, what better way to reuse them than to take them off the plant and put them in an arrangement. I do love to have cut flowers close by on the table because one really does get to see every single blossom and enjoy its uniqueness and its beauty and its personality. So here's this arrangement. Please take a look at it right now. And I'm going to take it apart and do another arrangement in a slightly different style. The container is a plastic compote with a foot, and the mechanics are a plastic pillow that mimics chicken wire. I'm going to take material that I used in a previous arrangement and rearrange it, and this time I'm going to color block. I'm going to use foliage and flowers from a calla plant that I cut apart, some rose campion from a planter on the balcony, some variegated ivy, and some sedum from the garden. Here we go. I'm going to start by putting these calla leaves together in this quadrant of the container. I love taking these plants apart and bringing both the foliage and the flowers close at hand so we can really enjoy their uniqueness and their beauty. This arrangement is going to be nearly all green. Just in case you're tucked in for COVID-19 and wondering what you might do for flowers, you can look around the house for houseplants and look outside in the garden. If you have perennials, they certainly have a season and a time for blooming, so the garden might be a little quiet, but you can always find so many shades of green that are just lovely. This is sedum. It's a later summer flowering perennial. I'm taking the thick, rubbery leaves off. It's a softer green than the calla foliage, and the buds are just beautiful right now. They will be pink when this comes into its full glory. This is Autumn Joy, which I'm sure many of you in Lexington with perennial gardens are familiar with. Tuck this in as if it were a flower right here. Now here are the callas. Look at how they've matured. They were brightly colored when I bought the plant several weeks ago, and now they've turned these lovely shades of green with burgundy centers. So these I'm going to put together in the arrangement as well. Just let them nestle together. We can see the shape and the turn. They have such an interesting silhouette. They'd be beautiful on a pale wood table, on a light white or cream tablecloth. Just tucking them all in together here. And look at that. Just magnificent. Fun to look at, fun to see. And by getting them off the plant and in here individually, we get to enjoy the shape and form and personality of each blossom. Because I've used these before in that previous arrangement, I don't have complete choice in the length of stem. I'm working with some previously cut stems, but that's okay. We can make that work. So here I'm going to tuck these all in and get some a little higher so they'll be standing up and we can see their trumpet shape here, just like they're calling out to us. Look at me. Look at me. I am beautiful. And that is so true. Look at this. Just lovely. Okay. So we'll leave those right there. You can turn this around so you can see what I've been able to see. How's that? Beautiful. Then to fill in, I have some pieces of variegated ivy. These are from a planter pot right on my balcony. They will cover the mechanics, that's important. If we were using Oasis floral foam, for sure we'd need to cover the mechanics. Even with this plastic chicken wire grid, I'm finding that it's discreet, but it does show a little. So one needs to just pay attention and make sure that seeing the mechanics isn't distracting from enjoying the arrangement. I'll give you another look, and then I'm going to tuck in some ivy. So here's what this looks like from the front right now. And we'll tuck this into the ivy. Has a lovely drape to it, a nice texture, getting really nice contrast with the broad leaves of the calla lily and of the sedum. So I'm going to tuck this in a bit of a cascade here and just let it come right down there. So we're grouping everything here, which is a very effective way to help you get a simple arrangement that has a serenity to it. Let me put another piece of Autumn Joy sedum in here, right in here. Oh, that's pretty. There, now I can take a look at that. There you go. And here are some individual leaves of an annual called Rose Campion. They look a little bit like lamb's ears. They're quite gray, and they have a velvet finish to them that's very pretty, very soft. They're very touchable. So if you put this somewhere where people can reach it, they'll touch it. They definitely will. But these sturdy little leaves will be fine. I think they probably like to be. They love to be admired, I'm quite sure. Their round tips look really great with the pointy leaves of the calla. Let you see that again there. The last step is to add the sunflowers to this arrangement. And here you can see, I'll turn my turntable. I have a nice opening for them here as the ivy cascades over the edge of the container. I'm going to tuck them in. The stems are fairly short, but that's all right. They don't have far to go to reach the water in this container. And again, because I'm color blocking, I'm going to group them together. Let them nestle right in here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let me turn this around and let you take a look. Again, it's color blocked, so we've grouped sunflowers, the focal flower. We've grouped the sedum, the calla lilies, the calla foliage, the rose campion, and the ivy. And I'm now going to just take this turntable away. It certainly is helpful in making an arrangement, but it's really nice to see the flowers just tidied up and on their own here. So here we go. A summer arrangement made from a houseplant that I dismantled to use flowers and foliage from the garden, rose campion and sedum, sunflowers from the grocery store, all together, an easy arrangement for your table and home. I'm Carolyn Ellis, Design in Bloom, arranging seasonal flowers for your table and home.